Welcome to A Social Disease, a podcast for recapping and relating to Degrassi the Next Class. I'm your host, Jessie Mack.
And I'm Carly Jo Gear, also a host.
This show is not for kids, as we have frank discussions about sex, drugs, and violence. Listener discretion advised.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Hey, we're back.
We're backity back.
So, what's new with you?
I started a new babysitting gig, and I felt really stupid because I was late both days that I was supposed to be there. They live in like a fancy, it's not a gated community, but it's just like, it's in the downtown area.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in like a weird location that you have to know how to get to it.
Yeah.
To like, it's not like, you would never like walk past it if you weren't over there for a specific reason. And it's like off of this area. There's two drives. There's an upper drive and a lower drive. And if you go in lower drive, your GPS is like, well, you can go fuck yourself. And you'll have no idea where you are.
Yeah.
And so...
Oh my god, I used to have problems like that delivery driving.
Yeah.
I'd be like on the wrong one and just be like, where the fuck is this house? There is no number 34.
Yeah, and then for whatever reason, the GPS is always like, yeah, go this way. And you're like, Are you sure I should go to a lower? It's like, trust me. And then you do it and it's like, turn left. And you're like, I fucking can't. I'm underground. There's no place for me to turn left. And it's like,
Jesus Christ.
Turn left, bitch. Turn left. You're like, I fucking can't. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I did like 3 circles around trying to figure it out. Finally got back on upper drive. And then the parking garage that I paid for Spot Hero, I couldn't fucking find it.
Oh my God.
And I was too embarrassed to admit that I couldn't find it. So I parked on the street and paid $45
oh my God.
to park for 6 hours.
Jesus.
And didn't tell the family because they were reimbursing me for like a Spot Hero spot, which would have been $12.50. But I didn't want to admit that I was fucking stupid. And I was already like at that point, because I got lost, I was already late and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat the cost. It's the first day, it is what it is.
Right.
And then second day I was like, I'm not fucking doing this again. I was like, I'm gonna find this goddamn parking garage, which you had to go. So you were above ground, you had to go underground, and then you had to go like through a creepy, sketchy other like construction parking lot.
God.
And then I found the garage. And then my little ticket was like invalid.
Oh,
invalid.
no.
And I was like, I fucking paid for this. So then I had to go out from underground to like get my signal.
Oh my God.
And when I finally got back and came in and it was still saying invalid, I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll just take a goddamn ticket. And like, if I have to fucking eat this cost again, I'm gonna fucking cry. And there's this man who works in the garage and he was waving at me and he was like, you need to look up when you're driving. I've been waving at you this whole time. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I was supposed to know that, sir. Okay. And he was like, yep, just, it's down. Just come in and talk to us in the office when you leave. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
I know. I was like, well,
you'd think they would have a sign.
I know. I was like, okay, cool. All right. Well, I was supposed to babysit starting 8 minutes ago and I still have to get out of this, get up to where I'm supposed to be, get to like check in with the front door, get to an elevator, go up 45 fucking floors.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, now I'm a cool 20 minutes late.
Jesus.
Yeah. Family was very, very nice. Tomorrow when I work for them, I'm gonna fucking be on time.
Now you know the drill.
I know. The mom was like, I'm sorry you're having so much trouble with parking. I'm like, it's fine. I'm so sorry that I'm late again. Like this.
Oh God.
This is embarrassing. I look really fucking stupid. So.
Right. Oh, I hate being late.
I do
like,
too.
I mean, I used to be late all the time.
Well, and that's the thing is that, like, especially because it was like the first time, and I work for an agency, so it's like I'm making the agency look bad. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
But like I said, the mom was like very, very sweet and kind, and the first time she was like, "Oh, I totally understand. Like, people always get lost. Like, and because it's true. Like, they live in a weird spot. I just got all ass backwards to the parking garage thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna admit that I parked on the street yesterday.
I feel like the client should have been like, "Hey, this is how you get here," because people get lost all the time. And B, the garage should have had a sign.
Right. No, and I think she definitely could have like been more thorough about telling me how to get to that garage because she knew which garage I was parking in.
Yeah.
Like, because she was saying normally, I guess sometimes their garage for their building is on Spot Hero, but like sometimes it's not. Mm-hmm. But because of the area it's in, if I was to just pull a ticket and try and park in the garage, it's like $20 an hour.
Yeah.
Because fucking downtown Chicago.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was just...
Right.
Like I would have been on time as I pulled into like that weird underground area and I saw people walking and I was like, hey, do you have any idea where this garage is? And they were like, I think you got to pull out and go the other way. And I was like, okay, thank you, bye. Like, they apparently had no idea, because why would you walk down this, like, sketchy area if you didn't have to? Mm-hmm. Anyways. Jeez. Yeah, and then when I went to leave, it was a different guy. And he was, like, on speakerphone with somebody speaking a different language, so it wasn't like I was listening to his conversation.
Right.
But he was like, yeah, let me look at the thing you purchased so I can write down the information and then you can go. Mm-hmm. But it was like, I think he was like writing down numbers, but I swear to God, he would look at my phone and look at the sheet and then look at my phone and look at the sheet. And for the longest time, he didn't write anything down. And I was like, what are you? And still talking on the phone to like clearly a friend.
Oh God.
Like, but I wasn't trying to be a Karen, but I'm just like, what are you doing, sir? Right. You're not writing anything down. You're just looking at the phone, looking back at the paper and the phone and the paper, and having a lovely conversation with clearly a friend of yours.
Oh, God.
So, like, what is going on? That's been my week, this nice little film. I'm going to call it a film.
Yeah.
Like, a film of anxiety that lives... in my mind about this babysitting position, that the children are very lovely, the parents are super sweet, but getting to their apartment complex has just been
well, now you
awful.
Now you know. And you can dazzle them with your babysitting skills.
I know. Like what I said when I left yesterday, I was like, third time's a charm. I'm going to be here on time, I swear. So anyways, thankfully, the mom did compliment that because they have like little kids. Mm-hmm. So I wrote down like, the baby ate this many ounces at this time. And like, this is what time they napped. And she was like, that's so helpful. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, thank fucking God I'm doing something right, because I can't fucking get here on time. Woo!
I feel like not that much has happened. But I'm excited because I've been on a dreamy hunt in Animal Crossing. Which is like,
I don't know what
when
that
you
means.
get... there's little animal villagers in Animal Crossing. Do you even know anything about it?
I don't know a damn thing about Animal Crossing. I've never played it. I've never watched anybody play it.
Yeah.
So I see y'all talking about like, I got the blueberries or something. And I'm like, cool.
So you have like a little, in this version, it's an island. Mm-hmm. And you do things like fish and catch bugs and collect furniture and design your house and design your island.
Okay.
And you have 10 villagers, and they're all animals.
Okay.
And some of them are real cute and cool, and some are ugly as fuck. Or annoying, or just like, I'm indifferent. I'd rather have a better one.
So, like, real people. They're not all winners.
They have this thing called dreamies, which is like the villagers you want the most out of all the villagers, like your favorite.
Oh, that's why because they're dreamy.
And so I have a list of ones that I like, and Johnny has a specific one he really wants. So one of our so what happens is a villager wants to leave the island. And then, if you want them to leave, you're like, get the fuck out. I'm going to go find my dreamy.
Okay.
And I was like, hell yes. Someone I don't care about wants to leave.
These are computer generated, right?
Yeah.
These aren't like real people.
No, that would be horrible. Like, fuck off, get out of here.
Right? Yeah. Wait. So then, what prompts the animals to want to leave? Are they like, I'm going to college. Goodbye. Like what?
They're just like, I want to try something new. Like it's just it's part of the game that every so many days, like it's normally every couple weeks, somebody wants to leave, and you have the option to say yes, leave, or no, please don't go.
So you're okay. I thought I'm about to call you a dictator, because I was like, wait, you're about to say whether they can or can't, but you say no, please don't.
I mean, they'll say yes, I'll stay. Like, you do decide.
Okay,
but
wow, so it's a guilt thing. Okay, this sounds awful, but continue.
So yeah, when they leave, you can either hunt for new ones. This is so convoluted.
Oh,
you go.
This sounds. Keep going.
You go to these mystery islands.
Oh.
You fly to them.
Wow. This sounds like you're collecting Oompa Loompas.
And you, our listeners are probably like, I love hearing this. If you play Animal Crossing, just skip it. If you don't, you learn something today. You might get interested in the game.
I would try it if I had, what is it, like the Nintendo Switch? Yeah, if somebody handed me a Switch to keep, I would certainly give it a whirl.
Right.
But obviously I can't play it on my phone, so I'm not going to buy a Switch over it. I enjoy seeing what you guys look like in the game. Mm-hmm. Like I like that you have like you're dressed in like all black and you're wearing a hat, right?
Yeah. Lately, yeah.
So I definitely like seeing people's what would you call that?
Their outfits.
Well, okay, I'm not that fucking stupid, Jesse. I don't want to.
I don't know.
I meant Avatar. That was the word I was looking for. Oh, their clothing. Yeah, I know that word. Avatar. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh my god. But so, anyways, you go to these mystery islands. There will be villagers on them. And you can invite them to your island if you like them. If you don't, you just go to the next mystery island. Mm. Or you can go to somebody else's island when one of their villagers has asked to leave. You can go, like, take them. Mm. And so you do this, like, people will trade. They'll, like, give you things from the game to take, like, in order to give you their villager, stuff like that. And I just, like, was on the hunt. I'm like, I'm going to find one of these dreamies. Because I have a couple, and Johnny has one.
Okay. So if you found Johnny's dreamy, you could give him.
We're on the same island.
Oh my god, you can cohabitate?
If you're on the same Switch, you're on the same island. You can't choose not to unless you have a separate Switch.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, I was on the hunt, and like it's this fast thing when you're looking for a popular one, like everybody's going for it. So you're like 2 minutes late, like. It's been up for 3 minutes and someone's already snatched up your dreamy. So I was putting out feelers all over the internet. Fucking Twitter, Reddit, a free group on Facebook. My God. This thing called Nookazon. And so I asked for tons of them. And I also entered a giveaway on Twitter that someone was giving it away. So I got impatient and I finally went to this place, Nookazon, where they charge an arm and a leg of like bells. Bells are your money in the game.
Okay.
And also Nook Miles tickets, which is what you use to fly to the island. This is so convoluted. People are going to have no interest in this. I'm going to definitely need to timestamp this one. But so anyways, I bought one with like in-game bells and Nook Mile tickets. And then like an hour later, I won the fucking giveaway.
Wow.
And so I had already bought it, done the exchange. And so then I'm like, well, I got to get rid of another villager so I can take this. And so you do this thing called time traveling. You go forward a bunch of days so that someone else will want to leave.
Okay.
And so you skip the whole waiting period of 15 days. But it's a huge pain in the ass to get one that you want to leave. It's like a huge fucking thing. So I spent hours yesterday trying to get someone to leave.
Jesse, I didn't realize you were going through so much. I'm sorry that I even burdened you with
this is my life
my
now.
Stress. Hey, wow.
But I was able to do it, and I got 2 dreamies in 2 days, and it was fucking awesome. Now I just need to find Johnny's next time someone wants to leave. So I'm psyched about that.
I mean, I was really psyched that I paid last month's rent.
Yeah, I mean, that was cool, too.
That was cool.
I'm glad my mortgage is paid for sure.
Wait, so did you have to pay, like, real people money to get the bells? Okay. I was worried. I was like, Jesse, how much money did you pay for this?
It's not those phone game bullshit things.
Yeah, because...
you earn it because you catch fish and bugs and all this shit, and you sell them and you get bells.
Man, I have to admit that, like, when my dad passed away, and I knew I was going to get, like, money from his life insurance policy, I was in such a depression and playing Candy Crush that I was fuck it, I'll spend money on Candy Crush.
Oh, no.
I didn't, I definitely didn't spend, like, an exorbitant amount or anything, but, like, I would say in total, probably dropped, $20-25 or something on stupid Candy Crush shit, but it was just, like... I'm depressed. Yeah. I'm going to get some money. I'm just gonna pay for some things in Candy Crush. Like, yeah, and was it a low point for me? Yes, absolutely. But
oh god,
it was doing the trick for keeping me distracted. So,
well, you can spend actual money on this game. It's discouraged. So, anyways, there are people who, will sell villagers and stuff for actual money, and they'll do it on like eBay or different places. And also there's this thing called a amiibo, which you can directly scan it into the game and get whatever villager it is and kick someone out of your choosing, which is really great, but they're expensive. Wow. I bought one recently for my favorite villager, Doc. He's a cute little nerdy rabbit. He's not popular at all, so his amiibo is under $5.
Okay.
They will sell for like $20 to like $70 fucking dollars for an amiibo. It's insane. So thank God this is my absolute dreamy. Thank God he was under $5. Anyway, so yeah, some people do spend actual money on the game. I'm like, oh, fuck it. No. Like $5 for amiibo, okay, because that's a really good deal. But
listen, $5 for a foot long is where I'm at.
Exactly. So the other thing that happened, which is really sad, is one of my local dive bars closing down.
Oh, I thought you meant in the game again. I'm sorry.
My local dive bar on my island.
I was like, Jesse, this game is really affecting your mental health, and I'm concerned.
No, you know Arkham.
I do.
Yeah, it's closing down. He still, can't pay the rent. Like, well, because they didn't afloat.
They didn't serve food, right? Ever?
No, they didn't. And it's a small place, so they can't do, like, the socially distant thing inside. So he finally was like, the way things are going, like, I just have to shut down. I can't make it work anymore. Right. And it sucks because it's, like, it was a very important bar to me because it's where I met, like, 95% of my friends in this town. Between that and its sister bar, which shut down a while ago, Metropolis. It's owned by the same person. Yeah,
owned both of them. Yeah,
that closed down a while ago, but like they're kind of one and the same in a way. So, anyways, that's where I met like 95% of my friggin' friends. That's where I met Johnny. Like this is, I like because of this bar, I have this awesome group of friends. Yeah. And, like, if it wasn't there, imagine the fucking dweebs I would be hanging out with. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Because, yeah, it's like a divey bar. Like, lots of, like, punk kids go there. Yeah. It's really comfortable. Like, people are like, oh, it's dangerous. It's scary. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I actually feel really safe there.
They play wrestling on TVs, which I like. For the bouncer who likes white wrestling.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so like I'm really sad about that because whenever this is over, which fucking who knows the way this country won't handle this situation. Yeah. There's so many things are going to be closed and like I'm just like I hate that.
You could have prevented this by just putting a pause on mortgages and rents.
Exactly.
Like I feel like bars and restaurants that didn't stand a chance because of this could have survived if they at least didn't have to pay the rent. Because whatever your electricity and water, but like it's got to be, if you're not open, you're not paying that. But yeah, that rent bill.
Exactly.
It's just fucked.
So, I mean, that's a super bummer. And it's also a bummer because people have been kind of swooping into town and slowly gentrifying it.
How do you gentrify Vermont? Sorry. I'm just like.
Well, since everybody is doing work from home. People from fucking New York and Boston with these high-paying jobs are coming in and working remotely. Oh, and so, and they have more money to spend. Right. So someone bought up some fucking asshole, rich piece of shit from Connecticut. Fuck Connecticut.
If you're listening.
Sorry, Connecticut listeners, but listen, don't come here and gentrify my goddamn town. Anyways, some asshole, rich fucking asshole, bought this building where a bunch of my friends had like inexpensive art studios and stuff. Oh. And kicked them all out.
I remember this.
and renovated and turned it into luxury apartments, quote unquote. They're not fucking they look like an average apartment. There's nothing special about them.
Right.
And it's charging like $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom.
Wow.
Or a 2-bedroom, so I lived downtown before my house, and I paid $975 inclusive.
I was gonna say
this place is doubling what I paid.
My rent in Chicago, with including my parking space, they did raise my rent, but starting this month, I'm paying $10.50. So, and that's in the third largest city in America.
Right, exactly. I mean,
so that's wild.
The average 2-bedroom around here is maybe $1,200.
Yeah, I could find. Yeah, my last apartment that was 2-bedroom was 11 or was $11.95. But yeah,
right.
$1,200.
But so stuff like that is happening, and I'm like, they're gonna gentrify this town. I just bought a fucking house here, and it's frustrating because, like, people don't make that kind of money here.
No, yeah,
it's a tourist town. We live off tourist attractions. There aren't a ton of good jobs here unless you find a remote job, and
right,
it just blows. My bar's going, my friend's art studio are going. Like, fuck this. And I just bought a fucking house. Like,
in this economy.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Those are the big things in my life. So what are we talking about today?
Season 3, episode 7, #unsubscribe.
Woo! This one actually made sense to a degree.
Yeah, it
There was
did.
at least one plot that made sense. All right.
Right. So we open the episode with Grace getting a CAT scan while telling the doctor about the jacked up play she is directing at school. She jokes about potentially dying in the machine, and her mom's proud look turns to an eye roll. Grace's scan looks good, but the doctor thinks it's time to consider joining the lung transplant waiting list. Grace is distraught with the idea that this is the best option. She doesn't understand why she needs the surgery when she's no more sick than usual.
Yeah.
And the doctor says that's because she has become accustomed to being very, very sick.
Oh, that was so sad.
It was so sad. I mean, I think we as watchers, no offense to this actress, I don't think she's the best actress. I thought she was good in the past, but like she's not the best actress.
Yeah.
And so I think it's hard
agree.
to be like, is she that sick though? Because she's always like...
So I was going to say later after Zoe coughs, like there's a lot of bad fake coughing in this episode.
Yes.
Like really bad fake coughing.
Since we have COVID, we know what a good cough sounds like, and those are not good coughs.
Yeah. It's definitely sad, and it's like understandable. Like I feel like maybe I can relate it to like mental illness, when like by my standards, this is normal.
Right.
But by average standards, like I'm pretty depressed.
Oh yeah.
So
that's how I felt about like my having like arthritis in my knees.
Yeah.
And I just thought like, oh, everybody's knees feel stiff when you've been sitting on a bar stool for a while. And then being like, oh no, like the way how shitty it feels for me to like walk for long periods of time or stand for long periods of time. I'm like, that's not how other people feel.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
So yeah, I mean, I thought this was really sad.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Yeah, so the doctor continues that without the transplant, she predicts that she'll have about 3 more years to live. That will become increasingly difficult. The lung transplant could give her up to 10 good years. But Grace feels like the surgery is only a 50-50 shot at surviving, regardless that the doctor is saying most surgeries are successful. Grace starts to basically have a panic attack and starts coughing. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
really
okay.
bad.
It's so bad. They're the most, like, pathetic coughs, and I don't know if they were just like, hey, we're gonna have to do a lot of takes, don't like put yourself out, but like, come on.
I mean,
can't.
I've never seen anybody with actual cystic fibrosis, so I'm not positive. Like, for some reason, I feel like it would be like really like phlemmy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because let's see.
I'll have to Google it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I've never looked into it. I have asthma, and so I know that for me, when my asthma's at its worst, it's when I do have a cold, and those coughs are generally phlegmy because my colds settle in my chest.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But I mean, it was bad. Sorry, but it was bad.
It sure fucking seemed bad to me too. So,
right.
I don't know. Maybe she watched a ton of YouTube videos of people with cystic fibrosis and she was like, this is fucking accurate. And we're the dumbasses. Maybe that's it. But I don't think so.
So I rewatched with Johnny and he had some comments.
Oh.
He was like, sorry again, actress who plays Grace. I know her band is following us on Instagram, but I doubt she listens.
Oh my God. She's about to be, that's going to be really embarrassing if she does listen.
He was like, she looks like she's 30.
She kind of does.
I've always thought she looks really old for a teenager.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's like the makeup they give her to make it appear as if she's sick, because she definitely always has like bags under her eyes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I would say that she generally looks older than the rest of the cast. I would give you that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you checking how old she is? Are you curious right now?
Yeah. I have to know. Oh God, she's 24 years old.
So she was like 20.
So this was like 2 years ago. She was like 22.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean this came. Okay, yeah, this was probably filmed at least 3 years ago. So she was probably like 2021.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I'm sorry if you listen. I doubt you do, but if you listen, my boyfriend thinks she look old.
No, this is the thing is I'm like,
bad.
you don't look old. You just didn't look like a high schooler.
Teenager, yeah.
That's all we're saying. It's not like you're out here looking like ancient or anything. And you just didn't look like, you looked mature for your age. That's all. Cut to school. Lola is chomping on some chips as Hunter is working on editing her beauty blog in the computer lab at school. She feels the need to comment that it's just normal stress eating as she starts to ask Hunter some personal questions about he and Yael's relationship. Have you all ever wondered what it would happen if you accidentally got pregnant?
Weird.
Would your parents be mad?
Probably.
Right. Just specifically asking about your parents here, Hunter. Mm-hmm. Don't give a fuck about Yael's parents. She continues to give him more info about pregnancy and about how some tests won't show positive results for a few weeks. She's doing research for a friend. Yeah, that's it. A friend. But not Frankie or Shay, so don't worry.
No, I gotta clear that up.
Just so you know, no need to worry on that front. As if you give a fuck about Shay.
What other friends does she have besides Miles is pregnant?
Right. Okay. Wow, he really does play for all teams. I think it's so funny why she's like, not Frankie or Shay. Like, right. I get that Frankie is his sister, but like, what the fuck does he care about Shay?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Super weird person to ask.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, because they're not close. Like, she started doing the blog, but like, they're not close, so. The blog gets posted, but then Lola is concerned that she looks bloated. So she leans them titties right in Hunter's face. But they look fine. The blog, that is. Not her titties. He ain't looking at the titties.
He's like, does a little look like, shit.
Yeah, everything's cool. I mean, the blog is fine. Your blog is fine. She then spills her chips on Hunter's crotch and literally tries to wipe off his dick. Not weird at all.
Oh my God.
She then notices exactly why Hunter won that dick measuring contest. Boner City.
Oh my God, it's so graphic.
It was quite graphic for
I was like, oh my God.
Children's programming. And the thing is, it's so funny because you know that they just stuffed it with something.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so funny. I was like, okay. Hunter.
Do you think they used the real actor or like a body doll?
I don't know. I don't know.
Be weird as hell for a teenager to do that.
I'm here to make a Twitter for Hunter's dick print. Like, if I could just represent his dick print, that'd be great.
But yeah, I thought back to like when Spinner got a boner. And I think that was pretty graphic too. Like
it was.
Didn't they show it like sticking?
Yes, because I think he was wearing like sweatpants or something like that. So it was like, it was like
true to Grassy fashion, really graphic boners.
It goes there. But I'm like, Lola, you literally wiped his dick. Like,
ridiculous.
There was I never understand that. Like, maybe I'm more aware of like consent for touching people than others, but like I don't understand why you would ever spill something on somebody's crotch
Right.
and then be like, well, let me fix it. Sorry.
I never, like...
Right, especially when it's like chips, like those are just crumbs. He can very easily
He can
be
do
like,
it himself.
Yeah, no need to help him with that. But yeah, she's like, well, let me rub one out on you real quick. Let me give you like an outside of the pants hand job.
Right.
She is very embarrassed and confused about why it's happening, even though she literally just rubbed his pants where his penis would be. Shocking. She tells him that she won't tell anyone and runs off. Hunter is very embarrassed.
So the other specifically funny comment that Johnny was making was he was calling Hunter a greasy boy. And every time he talked about it, he's like, that greasy boy.
And then, I mean, he is
greasy as
he's
hell.
particularly greasy this season.
Yes. And his hair's getting so long.
Yeah.
And so it's extra noticeable.
Right.
Meanwhile, Baz is like, you and your girlfriend and your hair.
I
like,
know.
Baz, do you really want greasy hair? I don't think so. You're very put
Clean
together.
Yeah. P.S. So I think somebody posted a picture of Baz today.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse the fuck me?
Is he cute?
He is cute. I was like, hello, Baz.
Oh, man.
Okay.
You should have sent it to me.
I'll find it again. I think somebody posted in one of those, like, those fucking Degrassi groups that are always...
Oh, my God.
I don't understand, like, if everybody's listening that's in the same Degrassi groups as us.
Yeah.
The people in those groups that, like, all those groups are constantly being like, who's your favorite character?
Yeah. Wasn't it sad when JT died?
Yeah. Like, did anybody know that this, and just states, like, a fact that we all fucking know already?
That's been said, like, 16 times in the last month.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so repetitive.
Yeah. I mostly enjoy the glow up pictures. Like I always want to see the glow up pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just do not.
I don't enjoy that.
I mean, I don't know, Jesse. You have internet friends. I have real life friends that then add me on Facebook. I don't have friends that I like made on the internet.
That almost sounds like you're saying I don't have real life friends. Just saying.
I mean, you don't. I'm pretty sure I'm related to you, so I don't count. But like,
I just made up all my friends I met at Arkham.
I know that Johnny's not real.
Yeah, true.
It's like Fight Club. You just invented Johnny.
Everyone just goes along with it. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. But yeah, I don't know. It's constantly ranking people and being like, who did you wish dated? Or like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very odd group of people.
Whittle down these couples to who's your favorite couple one
Yeah.
at a time. Vote one at a time and knock someone out.
Exactly.
Oh my God, those are so common.
What's more weird is the Degrassi Junior High group, I think.
Yeah,
that's like,
I'm not in that
that's
one.
like all, yeah, that's all like...
Old people.
Older people, yeah. So it's even worse.
Are they super Jimmy in there?
A little bit, a little bit. I did see there was one, like, whoever the moderator is of the one I'm in. She takes that shit very seriously.
Yes.
And every now and again, somebody will post something that's not junior high related. Yeah. And she's made like several announcements that was like, I understand that Next Generation is very good, but this is not a group for that. And there are groups for that, and you can take that there. This is not the place for that. And like, I mean, I'm sure she's not saying it like that, but I'm reading it like that.
Right.
But I just think it's so funny. She's like, I have had to delete several posts. And I'm like, damn. Okay.
I mean, I get it because like I moderate this pretty popular group, not to brag.
Oh.
Well, I started it. I don't actually really moderate it because I got overwhelmed by it.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
I let other people moderate it. I have a Facebook group called What Was the Thing?
I remember.
And you go on it and you're like, you give a vague description of something you like have in your mind, but you can't remember what it is. And people figure it out for you because they get sparked like, oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Anyways, like there's a bunch of rules that people just don't fucking follow because they don't read the rules when they first join. And I used to get so pissed. Like I had to post stuff all the time. Like you can't post this, you can't post this. That's part of why I was like, fuck this. I'm not moderating this anymore. Yeah. I hate being a moderator. One specific thing was
mind it.
People used to always be like, you should Google it.
I know, and you're like, the reason
point of this group.
It wouldn't be here if they had Googled it and found the answer.
Right, they already
dum-dums.
tried. Like, I'm sure they already tried. So I have like a moderation notification every time someone says Google. And I have to see like, okay, are they saying to Google it or are they saying, well, I Googled it and blah, blah, blah. Like,
right.
It's so fucking annoying. I hate moderating groups. Fuck that. So I understand her stress.
Yes. Yes.
One of the funny, kind of frustrating posts from that group was someone was like, I'm watching Next Class and I don't really like it. It's way too liberal. They are shoving this stuff down my throat. She's all like pissed off that it's so liberal. I'm like, fuck off. I wanted to say something, but I was like, I'll scroll past.
It's just so American. It's like you realize that this takes place in Canada and it's a completely different political climate than it is here. And the way that they handle their citizens is very different than here in America. So,
yeah. But so I just was like, I'm not going to engage this because
I know. No, I know. What were we talking in our group chat talking about? Like, because like Next Generation wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Sad when that gay kid got beat up, though.
Yes, that's what I really liked the plot where the gay kid almost died.
Right? Own those libtards. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So we are in Madam President Zoe's office. Rasha enters and tells her how excited she is about their date tonight. Ooh. Zoe shows her that she got them High School Musical sing-along tickets. And Rasha could not be more psyched.
So, like, I don't know. I mean, we don't know Rasha very well, but, like, I didn't see this for her.
Oh, being into High School Musical?
I mean, she did audition for the school play, and it's supposed to be a musical, but I don't think it's still a musical. Uh-huh. But I don't know. To me, I was just like, would Rasha be that into High School Musical?
I don't know how large the fame of High School Musical really went. Like, I guess it... Did it go to other countries?
It was huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it went to other countries, but it was
That's what
huge.
I'm saying. Like, was it as big in Syria as it... Because, like, I know... I have friends that are my age that fucking love High School Musical, and I never watched it.
I watched it once.
Yeah, with
a guy I was dating. It was, and he suggested it. It was very weird.
That is weird. Yeah, no, I only know some of the music because of like babysitting and having 8-year-olds be like, listen to this. And I'm like, okay, like, sure. And then I learned the music. I actually got really into the, what are they, the Descendants? The Descendants musical. Yeah, it's a Disney movie that they made where like it's live action and all the characters in it are the children of like the bad guys, like Maleficent's child, Captain Hook's child.
Right.
So anyways, it's like their children or whatever. But anyways, I got really into that. Fuck, I think it was just like number 2 because I think that one had like just come out, and so the kids I was babysitting were jamming to it, and I was like, these are kind of bops. Like I'm kind of into this. So yeah,
I can't really get into, like, a lot of people stay Disney fans and Pixar fans. I can't get into them.
I mean, as a babysitter, I'm always down to watch the latest.
I have to be involved. Yes.
Yeah. When my friend Marianne and I went and saw Coco, I mean, we're both like fucking bawling our eyes out in the theater, and it's like, this is embarrassing. We're the oldest people here that don't have children with them. So clearly,
I like teen shows, but I don't like kids movies and stuff, but I don't know. A lot of people do.
Aren't you mature?
So mature. I am high school. You are elementary school.
You're about as mature as Grace's face. Hey!
Oh, sorry, Grace.
Not in high school. Anyways, Rasha leaves Zoe to her presidential duties as Goldie catches her to ask what all the excitement was about, since Rasha was like, ah!
Right, so excited.
I know. Rasha reveals the plans that she has made with Zoe without mentioning that it's a date. Goldie, who has never had friends before, immediately jumps on her phone and snags a ticket to join them, even though nobody asked you, Patrice! Goldie, like, fucking leaves. She's like, bye, I gotta go. Right. Winston then asks Rasha if that was supposed to be a date and not a friend hang, and she confides in him that she can't come out to Goldie, and that she feels like she ruins the date. Winston, the beard, lets Rasha know that even though Zoe is intimidating, she can actually be pretty understanding. Since when, Winston?
Yeah.
She was always like yelling at him for
That's
shit. Like
true.
I would never clock Zoe as understanding.
I feel like she's somebody who always needs somebody to be understanding to her shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't look at Zoe as somebody who is like, you're like, let's see, who can I tell this to that's not going to freak the fuck out?
Right.
Zoe. No.
I mean, her and Tristan were always fucking at each other's throats.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Winston was understanding of her, like, lesbianism.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't see it for Zoe, but suddenly she is, I guess.
But yeah, Winston's got a soft spot for her. That's all. Next, we're in class with Grace sitting there waiting for Maya. She opens her phone to text her as we see that she promised the night before that she would be in class today. Grace texts, "Where are you?" And Maya's like, "Something came up," as if classes are optional. Right. Grace is clearly upset.
Yeah, she's bailed on a lot of classes lately.
Like, oh shit, was class today? Oh fuck, I planned something else, my bad.
I thought it was Sunday.
Whoops. Oh shit, what day of the week is it?
Oh my god. Maya's specifically been absent.
Yes, this episode in particular really fucking sets me off. I get towards the end, I was like, I am typing in a lot of all caps right now. I am very upset right now. Anyways, Lola catches up with Hunter and Baz and asks, "Did you get it up?" Smooth, Lola, very smooth.
Oh my god.
But she's talking about the vlog. Hunter is clearly uncomfortable talking to her. Hunter tells Baz that they have to fire Lola. And Baz is like, "Are you kidding me? This gives me an excuse to talk to her."
He's clearly still working on a kissing partner.
I don't understand. Like,
He's been going hard for that.
Yes, apparently Baz is in love with Lola, but we never
Right.
ever see him making any kind of moves on Lola. Because, remember when he was reading that fucking stupid book and was, like, negging Grace? He's not doing any of this shit to Lola. Like,
Right.
he's just like...
She talked to me.
Yeah, he maybe at some point we'll be in the same room together, and that'd be cool. But like, he's not making any effort to talk to Lola. I mean,
Right.
she would totally like fucking brush him off, but
Oh yeah.
we have not seen him make any kind of attempt to like hit on her. Hunter confides in Baz about the boner he got for Lola, basically touching his penis, and Baz is like, "Don't worry, I get it."
The Force Awakened.
Yes. I didn't write that one down.
Fucking nerd.
Yes. He then continues to say, "Not so little Baz stands up on the bus too sometimes."
Oh god.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Baz is on one this episode.
I know. This whole episode I was anyways. But yeah, and I've never heard this term before. Like, stands up on the bus.
Yeah, on the bus? Like,
Yeah.
are you on the bus getting boners, or is that a specific saying? I just see
Listen.
all the girls on the school bus, and I'm just like,
Listen.
boy.
Oh, okay. That's not the direction I was thinking. I was thinking of one time. It only happened once. It only happened once. But there was something going on with the train that I was on, like the CTA, the subway. I don't know what was happening, but it was vibrating just right. I was like, I'm not mad at this train right now. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm a little concerned.
Oh my God.
That it's like not quite on the tracks correctly. But if it's not,
If I'm gonna go out, I'll go out like this.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, we are definitely headed downtown, and I feel it. Yeah. So I'm like, is that what he's talking about? Like,
I don't fucking
you know,
know.
hit a
I don't
couple
know
of
if
good
it's a saying or
potholes,
what.
and your dick's just like, yeah.
No fucking
Come on,
idea.
ride the bus, baby. Ride the bus, woo, woo. Anyways, but Hunter is concerned that Yael will break up with him over this if she finds out. For some reason, Baz, who was completely jealous of Hunter in the last episode, is suddenly like, "Don't worry, pal. We can figure this out, and we will get Yael to agree to fire her." Nice, Baz. Thanks for ruining your chances with Lola to help me.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just... Baz thinking that he has the bigger dick really solidified their friendship.
He's like, I could get anybody now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, if I got a bigger dick than Hunter, I'm good. I don't need to worry about Lola anymore, because this dick's gonna take me to the top. Not so little Baz.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't call it Big Baz. Big Beth stands up on the school bus sometimes.
I don't know why I just thought of that ska band. I think they're ska. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why in my mind I was just like, Big Baz Voodoo Daddy. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to think of... There have been some gentlemen in my day that I've encountered that had some really good names for their penis, and now I can't think of any of them.
No one's ever confided that in me, unfortunately.
No?
No.
Really?
Do you ask or they just tell you?
No, I don't think I've ever asked.
They're just like,
Sometimes
hey,
they just
guess
tell
what?
Well, no, I mean, it's in reference to it.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, that's what I call my penis. And I'm like, what? I mean, I have a name for my vagina.
I don't.
What?
I never named any of that stuff.
Well, yeah, and I used to say this all the time because it would really irritate my last roommate. Mm-hmm. But that's because I named my vagina Flavortown.
Oh, God. I hate that, too.
And I've always wanted to get a sign above my bed that says "Welcome to Flavortown."
Damn it!
Oh my god, I forgot. I renamed my Wi-Fi because I finally figured out how to do it, and I don't know. I don't remember where this came from. Somebody had posted something, and it sparked me to dub my apartment. And I've had my apartment now for a year. I wanted to originally name my apartment because it is a basement unit, the Dick Me Down Dungeon.
Oh
and
my God.
So I renamed my Wi-Fi Dungeon because I do babysit for kids in this building, and I'm like, I'm not trying to like have the parents pull up the Wi-Fi and be like, Dick Me Down Dungeon. What the fuck?
Who's that?
Yeah. So I just named it Dungeon, and then I made the password Dick Me Down. And boy, oh boy,
It's always fun to explain that one.
I know. Well, that's the thing. And like, I had a friend that was like, I was like, well, what are you doing? Like, my sister comes and visits, and Beth's gonna be pissed.
Just change it real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Well, my friend was like, you can do like a guest. So like, you can just have a guest one that's like cool and chill. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. Because I'm like, I feel like it's gonna really piss off my sister when she visits, never in the near future because of COVID, but like, when she does, she's going to be like, what is that password, Carly? I don't like that. Miles and Jonah are arguing about the lighting at play rehearsal. Jonah wants to use sepia tone, which I thought was just a filter and not an actual lighting concept, but...
I mean, I can see it. I don't remember ever talking about it in film school, but...
Right. Like, I'm sure that you could, yes, use a color, like a gel to make it look like that, but like, I guess I never... as in the theater, I've never heard that as like never worded that way. I don't know.
Jonah wants to give Coma Boy a golden ethereal feel.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So they're both looking to Grace for support of their individual ideas. But she's like, fuck your play, bitches, in so many words. Not quite, but basically. Miles is like, cool, we'll cancel rehearsal because your piss poor attitude. Jonah catches up with Grace to check in with her. She explains about the transplant and her life expectancy to him. She's very doubtful about the surgery and about taking the anti-rejection meds, but Jonah thinks that she should have the transplant and get a real shot at living a normal life. Grace is like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? School and rehearsal don't seem important when you're going to die.
Right.
Yeah, no, it really, I mean, obviously, I've never known what it's like we're all going to die, but...
Yeah.
I've never...
To know it's your impending doom.
Yes, exactly. But this is definitely how I felt my senior year of high school when I knew my mom was going to die. It was like, I know that this awful thing is going to happen, and like, this shit is just not important. I don't give a fuck about it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I totally understand. I don't know what keeps her, showing up to class, to be quite honest.
I don't know what I'd do if I was a high schooler. Dealing with
that.
Like,
I mean, from my experience and not even being the one who was going to die, it was like, I was so depressed. I was having trouble waking up in the morning. I would sleep through my alarm. Mm-hmm. I missed a field trip. Like, it was like the fun day of school that I just like slept through my alarm and was like, well, fuck yeah, that's where I'm at, because like I am so depressed. So anyways, like I definitely understand where she's coming from. And then like the day that was like the final day of school, and it was like a half day for seniors or something like that. I remember walking out into the parking lot and just crying because I was so relieved to be done with it. And then even like, you know, graduation and stuff, I was like, they're like, do you want to buy a copy of the graduation DVD? And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't fucking care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was my whole attitude.
I
was
wouldn't
like,
have cared anyways, but...
Right.
But
I mean, I guess looking back now, I'm like, oh, I might have wanted it. But yeah, no, looking... During the time of it, I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. This is not important to me.
Right.
But that's the last straw for Jonah. He says they are taking the afternoon off and offers Grace his hand. I guess, okay. I guess play rehearsal is really canceled.
Yeah.
But like, what I thought was funny about this is like, I couldn't find the exact tweet. There was this tweet that talked about, welcome to theater, prepare to cancel all plans of weddings and never get sick again. But that's so real. Like when you're in the theater, and it's not necessarily healthy because it's unreasonable to expect you to give up your entire life.
Especially when it's not your job and you're doing it in addition to school or a job.
Exactly. But that's how I always took it, and that's how a lot of people in the theater industry have always taken it. Because especially if you're at a smaller theater, you don't have understudies, so like if you're sick or something, fucking the show must go on. Like you get your ass on stage because you have to.
Yeah, this is why I never did plays in high school because I couldn't make the fucking rehearsals. I was just
no, and it's so true, and it's funny because like the first play that I did in second grade, I got cast in it, but like my second grade teacher as well as my first grade teacher, they were like co-directing it. So I remember auditioning for it and being like, I got like as a second grader, I got this in the bag. I know both these teachers, like this is gonna be great. Yeah. But I was afraid of my second grade teacher, so I was absent all the fucking time because of anxiety, and they made this other girl learn all of my lines. Aww. And then when I like showed up, like I think I missed dress rehearsal in second grade. I missed dress rehearsal and I show up like the day of the show, like what? And they're like, this girl, because I'm a fucking second grader. This girl was like, I learned all your lines, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm here, bitch.
You still got to do it?
Yes, the narrator is here. I'm in second grade. God. But I just remember showing up to like the day of the show and the girl being like, I learned your lines. And I was like, sorry about it, bitch. Narrator is here. You can go fuck yourself. No. I'm going to be on stage. Obviously, I didn't say all those words, but in my head, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my God. So this reminds me of how in elementary school, my music teacher was a bitch. I hated her so much. I think that she is part of the reason why I never pursued things I was passionate about, because I love to sing, I love to act. Me and Beth sang and acted, did the little movies. We had Fivers, the band.
I'm telling you, that band, those stupid ass songs y'all wrote, I still get that shit stuck in my head to this day.
Yes,
to this day. I'll
be
like,
too.
Do you remember when we were little kids, still too young to reminisce, but those were the days. Yeah, that shit gets stuck.
That's the worst of all of them.
And you guys were like 12, like writing lyrics about reminiscing about back in the day when you were like 8.
When you couldn't reminisce because you had no memories.
You were like, I know. You were like, man, it's rough out here as a 12-year-old. But remember when we were 8 and shit was good? Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
But so yeah, I mean, we would like make videos of us like doing stupid shit, like write stories. We did so much. But in elementary school, I would always audition for all the shit. And my music teacher, who was in charge of all that, she picked favorites. She had 2 favorite girls who she picked every time. She didn't give anyone else a chance. And I remember being like, dude, I can fucking sing. Yeah. Like, let me, give me something.
That's super fucked up, especially because you're children. It's like, give everybody a chance.
Yes. I was like,
pursue it.
She destroyed my dreams. I was just like, I must suck is how I felt about it because I never got picked. And she always picked these 2 girls. Oh, fuck that teacher.
That teacher was not your dreamie. You would not want her on your island. You would be like, there's the door, bitch. Get out.
Honestly, it still fucks me up to this day because I'm like, dude, had she picked me would I have had more confidence?
I mean,
It destroyed my confidence.
Jesse, if she had picked you, right now you'd be on unemployment because Broadway is closed. That's what will be happening right now.
Totally. That's my capabilities.
You would have opened doors for me. You would have paved the way for me, and we both would have been famous. And what the fuck?
This fucking teacher. Let's go egg her house.
Yeah. Let's go egg her car like Miss Kwan.
Yeah.
Really?
If she's still alive, she was pretty old. So yeah, I was just going to say about this scene that I was like, is Jonah going to take her to some weird bar and she's going to do an Elvis impersonation and she's going to be all happy again?
Who did that for Ashley?
Spinner and Paige, but Spinner was like, she's a bummer. She's so depressed. What a bitch. And Paige is like, no, but she's my friend. I have to cheer her up. And then Ashley shocks everybody by coming out dressed as Elvis and does her impersonation and blows them all away. And I remember being like, Ashley, I hate you.
I know, man. I hated Ashley so much during the whole like Ashley, Craig, Manny triangle. And it's really fucked up because they played her as the villain.
Right.
And it was like she was getting cheated on. She wasn't the villain. She was the victim. Like, oh, God.
Yeah. I just, like, I never liked her, and I totally had a crush on Craig.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought Manny's like a hottie, and she's like, you know, she would be my choice if I was Craig. So I was like, go for Manny.
Yeah, no,
Ashley
I mean, same.
Dummy. Like, so anyways.
I know.
I didn't like her, so I'm like, she doesn't deserve Craig.
So now we are with the Nerd Squad having their blogs meeting. Hunter mentions that he is going to review the new Black Panther movie. Yeah, can't wait to hear about an angsty white nationalist thoughts on that one. But anyways, he then hits to Baz to bring up his new discovering. And Baz is like, oh, right. We are hemorrhaging money.
Hemorrhaging
money.
Hemorrhaging money. Like, this is very dramatic.
Yes. Like, yes. And this is the thing about it is like, it's not like they're children. It's not like they would have credit cards or anything like.
We spent $10. We are hemorrhaging money.
Right. Like, anyways, yeah. He's like, here are the stats that I printed out. And Yael is like, wait, what? I thought we were making a small profit. Because you could, if you had enough viewers on YouTube, you could be making a small profit.
Yeah.
But I guess like the way they run their operation, which is good. So whatever small profit they have, they're then using for things like
putting it back in.
Yes, putting it back into their seeing of movies and stuff like that. Whatever they make, they spend on those things. So VJ has a look on his face like he is also in on this. So, right? Like like I have no reason to think that VJ doesn't know about the boner.
I mean, he's definitely acting really strange. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't
like,
know.
I don't know if that was on accident or what, but he definitely doesn't seem like he's like, wait, what? Like he too was like, yep, that sounds about right. Yael looks over the numbers and Hunter's like, maybe it's an expense problem.
Yeah.
And then plays it off like, oh, I just thought of that. You know, just like throwing it out there. Yael notes that it looks like Lola's blog is very expensive. VJ points out that makeup is more expensive than movie tickets and video game subscriptions. Is it though?
Yeah, I feel like video game subscriptions are pretty expensive.
I would think that's expensive. And I also think like movie tickets, if it's just Hunter going by himself, but like, is anybody going with him? Like,
I'd imagine Yael would. But
I would think you're talking like at least $18 for a ticket. Okay, so after looking at the numbers, Yael thinks they gotta let her go. You know what I mean? Bass starts to talk about how she could have future potential as Hunter is making the dude shut the fuck up face. But Yael doesn't think the data supports that. So they all vote to fire Lola.
Damn.
Baz will draft an email as Hunter and Yael walk hand in hand to class.
And the guys don't look very impressed. They just kind of are like, oh, god damn.
Right. So again, here's one of my rants. So Yael wants to be walked to class because it is the middle of the fucking day and they're just having a random YouTube meeting.
Yeah.
not going to class, and there was apparently supposed to be play rehearsal in the middle of the day. Like, what is going on?
I have no idea how this school functions. I didn't have meetings in the middle. If we wanted to do stuff like that, that was an after-school affair.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it was like, well, we have study hall together, it's like I wasn't allowed to socialize during study hall until we were seniors.
Right. You couldn't really just go like, oh, I have a meeting I have to go to with other students and no teachers.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go be in this random study hall room.
Right.
Nor did I have random study hall rooms.
Yes. They
Like,
have
there was
so many extra rooms in this school.
Oh my God. So many places for them
They
to
have
be.
more extra rooms than classrooms.
Yeah. I know. And that, like, back in that episode where they were like, well, where is the queer straight alliance
Right.
gonna meet if the Syrian children are praying in
Yeah.
our room? And it's like, there's fucking 75 goddamn. There's like 2 classrooms and 75 meeting rooms. You're telling me there's not enough room for them to pray and for you to be gay in another room? Like,
But also, like, how often are they praying and talking about gay stuff? Like, all the time.
How often are they praying and being gay? Like, how often? When is
It's
that
always
ever happening?
like, we all need to do this at 4 p.m. every day.
I want an alternate reality Degrassi universe where we just follow the Syrian kids and, like, rather than them be like just in random like study halls, they're just constantly in the prayer room. They're like, well, I can't go to class today because I have to pray, and
Right.
like, that's just where they always are, and their drama all takes place in the prayer room. Anyways.
Yeah, they have so many fucking rooms. They have so much downtime.
Yes.
I remember, like,
This episode in particular, it's really the
Yeah.
cause of all my rants, because this entire episode, they are never in class.
they're always on their way to class, but they never
Yes.
actually are in class. Yeah.
Yeah. The one class, I'm sorry, there was one class, and Grace was in it, and Maya was like, oh, was that today? I didn't realize there was, like, we never have class. So, you know what? I'm going to cut Maya some slack.
Yeah.
They never have class.
She's
So the
like,
fact
wait,
that
we
she
have
was like,
class today?
wait. We never. Oh shit! Well, I planned something else because I didn't think we'd have class. So
Yeah.
you know what? When I apply the Grassy standards, it actually checks out that something suddenly came up. So we're in the hallway, not in class, and Zoe starts to tell Rasha about how when she went to see Tristan during lunch. How fucking long is lunch? Mm-hmm. That she could just drive on over to the hospital. Yeah. See, like. If you're saying that the hospital is, I'm just ballparking 15 minutes away, maybe, realistically.
You peek in, pop, like, hey, Tristan, bye.
Yeah. Bye, Tristan. Yeah, I'm like, how fucking, because I'm like, back in my day, lunch was like 45 minutes long. So
We only had 25.
wow.
It was insane. I'm a slow eater.
How were you supposed to, like, get in line to buy lunch?
It was insane. I brought my lunch every day because I didn't have I swear I eat so fucking slow. It's like something people even notice about me and comment on. I had to bring my own lunch. I did not have time to both sit in line and eat my lunch. It was impossible for me. It was insane. It was so short.
Rasha explains that she accidentally allowed Goldie to invite herself to their date because she can't confess that she is gay to her and her family. Zoe thinks that she could just tell Goldie since she's fine with her and Tristan being gay, but Rasha doesn't think she can. She lives with them after all, and she doesn't want to risk losing her best friend. She says that they can go on a date another time, but Zoe is like, nah, we are going on this date tonight. We just gotta figure out a way to occupy Goldie. And Rasha is like, are you fucking kidding me? A scheme? I fucking love schemes! Woo!
Rasha is a very excitable person.
Oh my god. This
She hears something like even slightly good. She's like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Oh my god. This whole time I couldn't stop thinking about, oh, Joanne the Scammer. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And he's always like, just like a Caucasian. I'm like, that's what Rasha's trying to do. She's trying to scheme just like a Caucasian.
But she's always dreamed of being in cahoots. Like, there's not many cahoots in Syria. And she's like, fuck yeah.
Apparently not. Apparently not. She's like, I have always heard about Canada and their schemes. And I cannot wait to scheme. That was my Syrian accent. It's not great.
It was beautiful. You know, I'm not sure if this actress is actually Syrian either.
I was curious. I doubt it.
Like, I don't know. I'll Google it and we might cut
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Grace and Jonah decide to go mini golfing on their big skip day. Grace is skeptical, but Jonah assures her that this is the fun course. She's still not into the idea of having a pep talk from Jonah about having the surgery because she thinks both choices will lead to death anyways.
Oh, I just wanted to say, like, if anything would make me choose life, it's mini golfing.
I mean, I'm saying, like, when you realize the joys that are out there, such as mini golf,
Oh my God.
choose life.
I'm going to say this, mini golf actually makes me want to die.
Oh, no.
I am
Wow, okay.
so bad at mini golf. It's so embarrassing.
Wow.
I get so stressed out. Except that one time I beat your dad when I was a child holding the golf club wrong.
Backwards, right?
Backwards, yeah.
Oh, that's a tail.
And I won a Whopper.
You want a Whopper? Wow, okay.
It was a Burger King mini golf course.
Whoa, Burger King had a mini golf course.
Yeah.
Remind me of that. That memory is lost on me.
I mean, I'm pretty positive unless I like made something up in my
No,
own head. But I definitely won a Whopper, so
I think you're correct. Anyways, okay.
yeah. But yeah, I fucking hate mini golf.
Well, I was definitely going to start volunteering for a suicide hotline, to which when people were like, I'm feeling really depressed, I was just going to be like, well, have you tried mini golf? Because if it's a fun course, now you have to make sure it's a fun course.
Right.
Like, call ahead and ask, do you have a fun course? Because if it's not a fun course, don't do it. Okay?
Right.
But call ahead, ask if it's a fun course. And then when you get there, you're cured.
Yeah, we used to do a thing, me, Johnny, Alyssa, Pat, like all our friends used to do Sunday Fun Day, where we would just be like open invite to all our friends and acquaintances and all that. Like, do you want to do this fun thing? We'll go do this fun thing. And we would plan it out and then people would just come. Whenever we do mini golf, I was like, fuck, this is not Sunday Fun Day. This is not fun for me.
This is not it. This is not it. Jonah then decides to cut the bullshit. They'll play for it. If he wins, she gets the surgery. And if she wins, she can just ride out the lungs that she has. Jonah gets a hole-in-one on his first shot, and Grace is like, fuck it. I'm dead either way. May as well let the ball decide.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when Hunter was like, dark. I like it.
Grace makes a lot of death jokes for sure.
Oh, she sure does. I mean, I get it. Because, like, you know, I definitely, with certain friends and shit, you know, I make dead parent jokes. And if there's, like, a random person around that hears it, they're like, wait, what?
Oh, God.
So, like, it has, you know, obviously I'm not trying to put that burden on people, but, like, actually, you know what's so funny? I just thought of this, probably because I'm, like, getting a little drunk. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine that I used to work with at the diner that I worked at in New Hampshire. At the time, you know, I was, like, 20, and he was still in high school, because he's, like, 5 years younger than me. I mean, he was just, like, a busser, and I was a waitress.
Yeah.
And he said he made, like, a your mom joke.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I at the ripe age of 20, you know, like, less than a year fresh from losing my first parent, I basically was like, you know, I don't think, like, your mom jokes are very funny. Like, my mom's dead. Like, go fuck yourself, essentially.
God.
And, you know, whatever. Like, looking back now, I'm like, that was really rude of me. Like, he was just fucking doing what was of the time.
Yeah,
and, like,
he didn't know.
He didn't know. He wasn't trying to be a dick or anything. But so, like, we were chatting a few weeks ago, and he was like, I just want you to know, like, when you said that to me... And I was like, oh my God, right? I was like...
He remembers all these years later.
I know. I was like, oh no. And he was like, when you said that to me, like, it really changed me. And it made me, like, think about... And, like, I really appreciate that you said that to me. Like, it was so... I was not expecting it. And I was like, whoa. I was like, looking back, that was kind of a dick move on my part. But, like, he took it as, like, a life fucking lesson. And it really affected him and was like, it really changed me and my views of this and that. And I was like, wow, okay, because
Oh my god.
I was like, you just started that story, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, wow, I was being a real bitch for no reason. You were not being intentional.
I mean, you definitely make those jokes a lot now. Like, you and Beth make them a lot together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and I feel like I always had a dark sense of humor about things that sucked for me. Like, I mean, that's just the way some people cope, so.
Right. Actually, you know what's fucking crazy that we're talking about this right now? Mm-hmm. It's my mom's birthday.
Oh, really?
Aww. It is July 9th.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Right? Fuck. Aww. Didn't you see? Aunt Lori posted like a little kid picture of her. Yes, she would have been 67.
Aw, Penny.
Right? 53. Yeah, she would have been 67.
Yeah. Oh, are you doing all right?
I know. Sorry. Oh, man. We just both start crying. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up your... I didn't mean to bring up your dead aunt.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
Oh,
okay. Anyways,
no.
I'm sorry. We'll continue. Okay. So once again, Goldie is working in a random study area because, as usual, today is class optional day at Degrassi. Zoe enters coughing again, terribly,
Really
as
bad.
Rasha watches from the hallway. She tells Goldie that she's sick. And so is Winston.
I guess cystic fibrosis is contagious.
I can't believe it's in the air. I can't believe it. It's like COVID-19 and cystic fibrosis. They're both about the same when it comes to contagions. Yeah. So since Winston is also sick, that student council presentation to the PTA will not be able to be done by either of them.
I'm just wondering... Is Winston in on this scheme?
He must be.
Like, if Goldie sees him and he's just, like, chilling, she could be like, wait a minute.
Well, he must be, because obviously, otherwise, he just would have gone and done the presentation.
Yeah.
Like, he must be on
right.
it. So, I mean, he was like, that was supposed to be a date, right? Like, earlier.
Yeah.
So, he must be in. Like, I don't know why he's doing them any favors, to be quite honest. I think Winston is just very nice. But yes, after being Zoe's beard, for some reason, he's going the distance and is like, I will continue to kind of be a beard. Goldie isn't thrilled, but she can do it. She just has to bail on Rasha. Zoe's like, yeah, same. It sucks. As Rasha is in the hallway like, fuck yeah! Trick that bitch!
Just like a Caucasian.
Zoe leaves and high-fives Rasha, who then enters to chat with Goldie so the scheming can continue. Goldie breaks the news that she can't go to the High School Musical sing-along. Rasha's like, yeah, it's no big deal. Just had to get my books that I left in here that I randomly left on this chair
right.
for some weird reason. So, okay, bye. No big. See ya.
Yeah, it was very convenient timing.
Oh, yeah. No,
You think they would have, like, waited a period?
I don't know.
But no.
No.
One after another.
For the fact that Rasha loves scheming so much, she's not...
Yeah,
she's actually not very good at scheming, but anyways.
But Goldie was pretty easy to convince. She was pretty gullible.
Goldie's never had friends, so
True.
she's pretty easy to trick. Goldie follows Rasha out of the study room to offer a later plan to watch High School Musical at home, as Rasha pushes Zoe to the side to hide the fact that they're a couple of scheming Caucasian women. She leaves her hand on Zoe's shoulder to keep her out of sight from Goldie, and Zoe is like, oh my god, I'm gonna hold the fuck out of her hand right now. As they scamper off giggling out of school.
They're a couple of giggling schoolgirls. Like, they are constantly giggling.
They are... No. Yes, A, but B, my point is, they just left. They left the building. So that left me going, is school still happening? Is there more... classes to attend? What's going on? Because they definitely went right the fuck outside.
I have no clue.
So I don't know either, but
Damn it,
they left. They fucking left. So school's over for them, apparently. Hunter and Baz are walking through the hallways, which leads me to believe that school is not yet over. Hunter asks Baz if the email to Lola went through about firing her. And Baz says that he texted it and that she left him on red. It has been done. Oh, more scheming. Lots of scheming in this episode.
It's a scheme. This should have had some kind of hashtag about scheming.
It should have. Yeah, anyways. Scheming was a very big, integral part of this episode. They come upon Yael and Lola chatting as Hunter grabs Baz to stop him from being seen. Baz is upset about his shirt being touched because he just ironed it.
Come on, Hunter, you know better.
But this is the thing, that shirt is wrinkly. That shirt is not, that shirt was not freshly ironed. You are not going to convince me.
The costume department really
they're fucking
came
up.
great for this school.
Yeah, they were
the show. I feel like we've discussed bad costuming issues before.
I can't
remember what it was.
What happened was costumes was like, here's your shirt. And they're like, but I talk about it being ironed. And they're like, oh, fuck. Maybe we can like steam it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you just let it hang in your dressing room while you shower? Like,
right.
Yeah, that shirt was not fucking ironed. There was wrinkles on it. Hunter is very concerned because Yael and Lola never talk. And they watch them while trying to read their lips so they can figure out what they're talking about. Hunter is convinced that Lola is telling Yael all about the boner city that she took Hunter to earlier.
Ooh.
But they can't read lips, so they really have no idea what they're talking about.
She knows.
She knows. Well, we're back at the mini golf place. Because they are skipping school, and school must still be in session. just going back, why the fuck did Zoe and Rasha leave? Anyways.
We need a timeline to be like, what the fuck? This is all one day.
I need timestamps. I'm sorry for clapping into the microphone, but I'm so fucking confused because I feel like none of these episodes are linear.
I mean, there's something off. But I was just going to say this golf course is intense.
Ooh.
It is like a pretty fancy golf course.
Is that golf course a fire at a circus? Because it's intense. Grace accidentally hits her ball into the water, and Jonah accidentally does the same. She says that his ball just couldn't stand to be away from her ball. But don't worry, she won't tell his girlfriend.
Weird.
Okay. She hates Frankie so much.
Yeah.
She really, really hates Frankie. But Jonah admits that they are on a break because she had too much trouble dealing with how much time he was spending on the play. Grace thinks he shouldn't just drop everything for her anyways. He's confused, though, because he really likes Frankie, but he doesn't know what she wants. And he doesn't know if he should focus on their relationship or his future. Grace thinks his future because at least he has one. Unlike her. Jonah tries to remind her that the surgery would give her 10 good years, and she could travel or go to school or really anything. But she's still skeptical because there's a 10% chance that she won't make it. And if she does, she'll be alone anyways because Maya isn't responding and everyone else will leave her.
Aww.
Jonah admits that he thinks Maya is going through something, which I think is, like, cool of him, that he's understanding. Like, he's not, like, totally fucking pissed at Maya, even though they were really pissed at her a few episodes ago when she wouldn't write their bus crash song. But anyways, Grace just doesn't want to go through all the trouble of getting new lungs for no one. And Jonah is like, well, maybe do it for yourself?
That Grace girl is pretty cool.
She's aight. I mean, she's cool, right?
Oh my god.
Grace just feels like she'll live long enough to see all of her friends get jobs and families. But in my opinion, I'm like, girl, in this economy, no. Like, if you're 18 right now, 10 years from now, you're 28. Girl, calm down.
Especially, I mean, they didn't even know about COVID. Like, there aren't any jobs.
That's what I'm saying.
School's
I'm like,
out.
You are 18. Like, look, coming from somebody who is, at this point, 10 years older than you.
It's tough out here for us.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't got no kids. I don't have, like, a job. I mean, I have a job, but I don't have, like, a job.
I didn't get, like, a good job, like a job where I actually got paid above poverty wages until I was, like, 29, almost 30.
That's what I'm saying. So Grace is out here like, everybody's gonna like do shit. And like, no, they're not. They're not, Grace.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Y'all are all gonna be single. Y'all are all gonna live together in an apartment.
We're going to eventually get a spinoff.
Ah, yeah.
That would be cool.
Because knowing them, they probably all still will stay friends. Because, like, I think that's the thing I find most interesting. I think I see a lot of people that I went to high school with that are, like, constantly posting, like, tagging other people they went to high school with.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
How are you still friends? Like,
yeah. No, I know of some. I considered them like popular girls, but I don't really know that we had that. Like, I just was brainwashed by high school movies that like there were popular girls.
There had to be popular girls, right? Yeah.
It was more like they wore the trendy clothes.
Right.
And they were like rich and they all hung out together and didn't talk to me because I was like poor and
they ordered Abercrombie and Fitch to be delivered to their houses.
Yes.
Whereas you were like, I gotta wait until I go visit my cousins in the Nashua area and go to the mall.
I couldn't afford Abercrombie and Fitch.
No. Oh no.
I mean, I didn't even want it, but like I had to get a job. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts forever. And then I was able to buy my style of clothes, but it was all Hot Topic, so. But yeah, I had to specifically like work to be able to afford clothes that I actually wanted. Because before that, it was like Bradley's.
Bradley's.
Oh
my God. I forgot about Bradley's. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. We're just talking about my mom a lot. It's her birthday, but
she loved
Bradley's is a store that I think it was mostly in the New England area. I don't think Bradley's was like a big chain everywhere else. I think it was mostly in the New England area.
That's what I think, yeah.
Yeah, but Bradley's was a department store that I remember my mom saying to us as kids that her car automatically turned into a Bradley's whenever she saw one. And I remember the story. I don't think I was alive at the time because I'm the youngest, but I remember hearing the story about one time they were driving past a Bradley's and my brother was like, Mom, your car didn't turn into the Bradley's. Like, I thought your car automatically did that.
Trickster. Another scheme.
Listen, bitch. Listen.
Constantly scheming.
Just like a Caucasian.
Yeah. But anyways, the whole point of that was that, yeah, I consider them popular girls. And I still see them. They all are like super BFFs on Facebook. And I'm just like,
no, it's really interesting because I feel the same way too. Like the girls that, were quote unquote cool when I was in high school, they are 1000% still BFFs. And I'm like,
do you think that's because they peaked in high school?
I think it must be because they peaked in high school. I mean, honestly, because like, so Anna, who is my best friend, like she's the only person that I'm still friends with, like from high school, really.
Yeah.
That I see regularly and talk to regularly. And even like college, I don't really talk to anybody.
Yeah.
My core group of friends are all people that I, ended up meeting in like the theater industry, and then like there's offshoots and stuff.
Right.
She's my only friend still from high school.
I mean, like I chat with my former best friends from high school and like elementary school. Like, I like their pics of their kids and their dogs. Like we have like a casual Facebook like back and forth thing.
Oh yeah.
We don't hang out. And like I would say my longest friends are Alyssa and Alio. Because I met them when I was like, I don't know, 19, 20, like maybe Alio earlier. Alio introduced me to Alyssa.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. They like went to college together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like they're my very long-term friends. And I definitely like as I got older and like wasn't in high school and could find my like niche,
right,
I made friends.
Right.
But like I don't even really talk to like I used to be a scenester.
R.I.P.
In the punk and emo and hardcore scene. And I used to be a photographer.
Oh my God,
I'd go around photographing bands and some of them went in albums.
Anyways.
That was so cool. These bands that had a whopping 30 people at their shows.
It's fine. That's wow.
About as popular as our podcast.
Hey!
Yeah, so like I made friends there and then I didn't really keep in touch with them. And recently like I made friends in Brattleboro and like these are my people. Like I feel like I actually connect with these people better than any friend group I ever had. Because like the people in the scene besides Alio and Alyssa were like kind of douchebags, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like they were very a lot of misogyny, a lot of, if you're a woman and you disagree with us, we're going to talk so much shit about you. We're going to make fun of you. We're going to constantly, like, egg you on and hit your sore spots and all that shit.
Oh, no.
And, like, it was like a bullying kind of scene. And I feel like the thing about it was a bunch of dudes from high school who weren't popular, who found their niche in the scene, and they were in bands and ran record labels, and then they had power, and so they abused that power. That's been my theory. But anyways, so yeah, I didn't really keep in touch with them, and then yeah, nobody from college really, and it's really just my longest friends, Alyssa, Alio. If I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sorry.
Yeah. My sister is like, fuck you, Jesse.
I mean, that goes without saying.
We're related. I know. It's really interesting. I have really lovely friends that I have in, like, my core circle now. And, like, even if I want to, like, complain about one of them, like, oh, they did this thing that was annoying.
Yeah.
Like, the other people in the group are like, well, like, they were probably going through this and, like, this and this and this. And I'm like, God, y'all are so reasonable and understanding and caring and, like,
right.
Fuck, you're right. I'm the asshole. Shit. So,
yeah.
I'm like, you're good people. Oh, God, it's so frustrating. Jonah tells her that she's not afraid of dying. She's afraid of living.
Damn, Jonah, that's deep. I can see why he's writing a play. He is poetic.
Right? I'm like, get those curls out of your eyes, Jonah, because you be seeing clearly. Man.
I laughed so loud at that. I was like, are you kidding me? Shut up.
I chime in with, haven't you people ever heard of having a lung transplant? Yo. Anyways, Grace retorts that he's probably going to tell her that there may be a miracle cure in 10 years.
Honestly, that's what I thought.
Because she's clearly heard it all. Just like you, Jesse.
I was like, come on, science might get better. And she fucking owned me immediately.
I was going to say, I too thought that science might get better. It gets better.
Oh, God. Yikes.
Jonah again cuts the crap. If she sinks this shot, then she wins, and she can keep her stupid shitty lungs and not get the transplant. So she ponders it as we cut to the next scene.
She also said she might overshoot it, and he goes, still gotta take the shot.
Whoop, there it is.
Like, Jonah, you are nailing the mini golf metaphors. Like,
Hot
come
damn.
on.
Hot damn. Killing it. In this windmill that we call life. You win some, you lose some. Different strokes for different folks.
Still gotta take the shot.
Sometimes you land in a sand trap, and sometimes you land on the green. Some situations are under par. Sometimes it's a bogey.
Oh no, I don't mini golf enough to be able to make these jokes.
I just am like regurgitating words that I heard my dad talk about in terms of golf. But anyway.
Sometimes you hold the club backwards when you're like 8 years old and you beat your uncle who golfs all the time.
You ever think back, what if he just let you win?
Listen, no. We can't rewrite history. I've been riding that high for like 20 fucking years.
No, but think Jessica Rain.
He saw me holding the club backwards and was like, all right, I'll give it to her.
But honestly though, this is why I don't let children just win.
Yes.
When I babysit, you need to learn to lose because this is some bullshit. We can't ask him. I have no reference. I don't know. He might have let you win.
Listen, this is like the only win I've ever had in my life. Just let me have it.
It's been like 20 years.
This is all I have, Carly.
I'm really sorry to bring this to you right now, Jesse. I know that we're all in dark places because of COVID, but I would bet money that my dad let you win.
But I beat everybody else. Did everybody let me win?
No. My dad might have, though. He might have been like,
maybe.
Man, this kid, she's got divorced parents. She
can't even hold the damn club right.
She's fucking stupid as shit. The poor thing's been through a lot. I'm gonna give her this win.
She never gets picked for the plays.
She sure doesn't. She sure doesn't. Like,
oh my God. You are just killing my spirit.
I'm so sorry that I've ruined your childhood.
I'm going to go egg your house after I hit up the music teacher.
Oh my God, will you come visit me in Chicago, please?
I'm not going to talk to you. I'm just going to egg your house and go home.
Okay, well, I mean, good luck. Hunter is on perfect boyfriend duty as he brings Yael some onion rings, I think they're onion rings.
I thought they were curly fries.
Okay, there's something. There's some I assume, fried treat. Mm-hmm. And orange juice while asking, anything else you need? But Yael wants to know if something is up. She's looking over their numbers again, and Baz has written that Lola spent $200 on makeup. But according to her, she only bought like 2 things.
Yeah, but makeup is expensive.
It is, but I can't really fathom that Lola was like, I'm going to get $200 pieces of makeup.
Honestly, like, people spend a shit ton of money on makeup, and I'm like, why?
People do, but I can't picture. I can imagine Lola might buy a couple extra things for fun.
Yeah.
And be like, cool, I'm going to demo this and I get to keep it.
Yeah.
But like, she already has makeup. So like,
true.
What else does she really have to buy? She's already got shit.
All right.
Something isn't adding up. And she wants to know if somebody wanted Lola gone. Like, she's like, did somebody want Lola sleeping with the fishes? What is going on? Hunter thinks the jig is up. So he confesses that he got a boner for Lola, but only because he thought that Yael already knew. Because he saw her and Lola talking in the hallway. Yael is pissed as Hunter tries to explain that it was an involuntary reaction. But she's not mad about the boner. She's mad that it made him lie to her.
Ooh.
Yeah. She throws the paper at him and storms off as he throws the paper on the floor. That'll show him.
So I turned to Johnny. I'm like, you better tell me if you ever get a boner for someone else. Don't lie to me. And he's like, yeah, because that happens all the time at 30. I heard it goes into your 40s.
These are your prime years, Johnny. I guess now it is after school. I don't fucking know what time it is.
Yeah.
Zoe and Rasha enter the dot, psyched that they schemed so hard. As they start ordering from Tiny.
Who works there now.
What's what I'm saying? Like, when did Tiny fucking start working at the dot?
I don't remember.
When did that... When? No. We've never talked... This has never been a thing.
Yeah.
Never have we talked about Tiny working at the dot.
I don't remember it happening, so I don't... He just fucking works there now.
Okay, all right, great, whatever. We're suspending reality. Okay, Degrassi, fine. Fucking plot holes galore. Just as they're about to order from Tiny, Baz enters the cafe. Rasha sees him and is like, we can't let that guy see us.
Yeah, why'd she say that guy?
We can't let that guy see us. So they're gonna go hide. And Tiny is like, fuck yes, schemes! I love schemes! Scheme that asshole, yes! Woo!
They all call it schemes.
They fucking love schemes.
Is that a Canadian thing that they all call it schemes?
I don't know. It makes me think of that show Scream Queens, and I want to just be like, Scheme Queens. Rasha and Zoe hide behind the counter. Rasha thinks that if Baz sees her, he'll either tell Goldie or he'll know that they're on a date. Even though they've literally already been out to get coffee a bunch of fucking times at this point. So, like, why would it look like a date now?
No.
They've already been out. They think that it's possible that Baz may just be in for a quick coffee. But Baz is quick to ask the garçon, what are the dinner specials?
God damn it, Baz.
Does the dot have dinner specials? I thought it was just a cafe.
I don't know. Like, it might. I feel like it started as just a coffee shop, but when it's convenient, it has food. You know what? It does have food because remember when Emma shoved all the fries in her pocket? I think they were at the dot.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I just always imagined them being like, at most.
Like muffins and shit.
That's no. Well, I mean, like even like at most like hot dogs, like burgers, fries,
Hot dogs and coffee.
Hot dogs and coffees.
I don't know. They can only afford one location, so the dot is whatever they need it to be that day.
They could have gone and gotten Mexican food, they could have gotten Mexican food at the Argentinian restaurant. Zoe says that she's gonna sneak out first because Baz won't recognize recognize her, even though I'm pretty sure that he would.
Yeah.
Because she's been to his house.
Yes.
And she is friends with his sister.
And she approves the clubs at student council. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he must know who she is, but fuck, whatever. Fuck, okay, Degrassi, fuck it. I'm gonna suspend disbelief for the goddamn 70 billionth
This
time.
episode is a lot.
There are so many plot holes in this episode.
Your Chef's Kiss score is gonna be low.
Nah, it was still pretty high. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, mine was too.
But I'm saying, like, you could drive a bus through these plot holes, crash it, write a bus crash play, and call it a day. Anyways. So after Zoe sneaks out, then Rasha can sneak out once he leaves. But Baz is there for the long haul. He and his pals are marathoning something.
Magic. They're doing Magic Madness.
He says Magic Madness, so I assume Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering is what I thought. Like, he's a nerd. Magic is a whole thing you get a group for. Like,
okay.
I assumed it's a Magic-a-thon.
That's what I assumed as well. But also, like, as Zoe, literally, Zoe was still in the shot when he was like, and keep the drinks coming. We're gonna be Magic marathoning.
Dummy.
Like, she should have been able to hear him say that. Anyway.
Yeah. He's like every shitty customer, like, garçon, and keep them coming. Like, did he just, like, get all of his sayings from, like, corny movies?
And I have news for our listeners. Maybe it's because I've been drinking. But, okay, so garçon means boy.
Oh.
And something, so something that, now granted, I don't know that Tiny knows that or thinks about it or whatever, because it's in French. But something that I never thought about or realized is that
extra layer of bullshit.
Yes. Okay. So when I first started dating my last boyfriend, and you know how, you know, people often are like, girl, boy, right? So I would say to my ex-boyfriend, boy, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, do not fucking call me boy.
Oh, no.
Because he was a black man. He was like, do not call me boy. And I was like, well, why not? And he'd be like, because like that is rooted in racism of like slave masters calling slaves boy and this, that, and the third, right? So something that I literally never ever thought about and was using it kind of like in this gay sense or like even more so this gay sense that was stolen most likely from black women. Yeah. Like these terms, right? Something I never thought about, and then he explained to me, he was like, I would almost rather be called the N-word than boy. And I was like, shit.
Damn.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm sure, again, it depends on the person, but, like, I was just like, fuck. And he was very, you know, gracious enough to explain it to me, and I'm so thankful that I know that now, and I literally took the word boy out of my vocabulary, to be quite honest, but it was just, like, really shocking. Like, I, as a white person, never thought about it, and so when he finally told it to me, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, A, I'm sorry, but B, shit, okay, like, let me make sure I adjust that language in my speech. So yes, the fact that Baz is like garçon to Tiny, I'm like, oh, yeah, that is extra super cringy.
Yeah, I definitely knew that a while back, but like I think it was just one of those things I like casually read. Like no one corrected me. Like it was just like, oh, okay, that's a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of white people don't think about it or realize it. So
no.
I think it's a very good thing to know and note, because it certainly wasn't something that I ever thought about. I don't know, you don't see a lot of people posting about it either. Like, everybody knows, obviously, the N-word is bad. Yeah. Oh, also, in listening to our last episode, to update everybody, the lyric from I'm Real that J-Lo says is like...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she says, I tell them N-words, mind their business, but they don't hear me, though. Yeah. So, anyways, I was listening back. I was like, "Wait a minute! Oh, I know the lyric now."
Damn it, J-Lo.
I know. I was like, no. And
J-Lo.
And also another note that I had like in my head corrections for the last episode.
Oh my god!
Which was, I said, "What is it about people over 40 not wearing their masks on top of their nose?" That nobody, again, I don't think anybody I know listens to my podcast, but I listened to it and went, girl, you are friends with people that are 40.
Right.
Or slightly over 40. That was a gross misjudgment. Oh. I'm going to knock it back to people over 55
Okay.
are the ones that have their nose out of their mask.
I saw someone younger do it the other day, though.
Well, damn.
And I immediately thought of our podcast episode. I was like, he's not over 40.
Right? I think it's mostly baby boomers that have their nose out.
Well, boomers, quite the
group.
demographic. I won't get into my feelings about boomers. It'll get me suspended from Facebook again. I went off on a boomer and I was like, fucking boomers. Ah.
And they were like,
And I got suspended.
hate crime.
I got suspended for 7 days for bullying.
Hate crime. Wow, Jesse. I didn't realize.
Meanwhile, I report people who say racist, misogynistic, homophobic shit several times a day. Never gets removed.
No, ma'am.
But say
No, ma'am.
men are trash.
Hate crime.
15-day suspension. But that's
Well, I would truly assume that people who are listening, if they're listening consistently, they're already slightly woke, because I think if you weren't,
if you're like that girl in the Degrassi group who hates this liberal bullshit.
She'd be like all fucking set with this liberal bullshit. But
we should have been like, listen to our podcast. We rage on that liberal bullshit.
Yeah, fuck that liberal bullshit. Let's what's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement? Let's talk about it.
Anyways, keep going.
No, but in case any of our listeners didn't know, the reason why, if you have people of color on your Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and they're not saying white people, but they're saying like white people or YT, you know they're saying white people, but they're not writing it WHITE. Sorry. Wow. Okay, I've been drinking.
Sometimes I put a star in the middle of white and men.
Like if you notice that they're not spelling it like the color white, it is because Facebook specifically has been basically
auto banning people.
Yes, auto banning people for use of the word white people.
Or men.
So yes, just so everybody know, if you didn't know that, that's why. Yeah,
and that's like one of the frustrating things about it is everyone's just waiting for Facebook to catch on and auto ban that. Like they really, really uphold oppression. Like fuck Facebook. Can we get a different but similar platform? Because Twitter is, you can't type enough on Twitter without sending like 60 tweets, and I hate that shit. I can't believe there's not an alternative. Like MySpace got all switched up. Like just fuck Facebook. But like it's a specific platform that nothing else is like. So it's really hard to replace.
Almost all of the platforms combined. Yeah. And it's weird because it came out first, and yet it really is like, you want to post a video, you want to like essentially tweet a tweet, like we want to post a photo, like it's literally all of the things combined. Yeah. And that's been why like I like it the most. But yeah, no, I hear you. So anyways, I'm trying to join the Zoomers, as we call them, Gen Z. Yeah. I'm trying to be like, hey, what's up, Gen Z? I am over here now on TikTok. I'm cool. I'm not old. Hey, you young folks.
Well, I'm just campaigning to go back to LiveJournal. Oh, wow. Bring it back. Those were the days.
Rasha is trapped at the dot. She's trapped at the dot because there is no way she can be seen at the dot. even though she has nothing to hide from Goldie because Goldie was the one that canceled on her. Right. So Rasha has every right to be at the dot. Yeah. For whatever fucking reason she wants to be. Because Goldie is the one that was like, sorry, I can't hang out with you. So Rasha could be at the dot. Yeah. If she wanted to be.
Yeah. She's going to be crouching for a long time, and crouching is very uncomfortable.
Ugh, my knees hurt just thinking about it.
Wow. I hate crouching.
Anyway, so again, big ass plot hole. She has nothing to worry about. She could just fucking walk out and be like, oh, hey, Baz. Right. I was just getting a bagel. Bye. Like, no big. Grace and Jonah are now back at school. Is it school hours? I don't know. I have no idea what's fucking going on.
No clue.
Everyone's just coming and going as they please. Whatever. But apparently she left her bag and she needs to grab it. She tells Jonah that she wasn't going to let him and a stupid ball decide her fate. They happen upon Maya, who is laying on some steps with fake blood on her face.
And rose petals everywhere.
Yeah, no. I did not mention the rose petals, but they are very prominent.
I was like, sure. Are you... What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what, I know that she's supposed to be dead, but it's a really fucking weird theme.
It's a serial killer who his signature is to sprinkle rose petals everywhere.
Apparently. They start freaking out that she's dead or injured because she takes forever to acknowledge them.
God.
As Grace screams for Jonah to go get help, Maya opens her eyes and starts laughing.
Ugh.
Yeah, Grace is like, what the actual fuck, dude? But Maya's like, chill, bitch. It's just a photo shoot. As Saad comes out with his camera. But Grace is pissed. She ditched Grace for this. Apparently, this photo shoot has been happening for several hours because at this point, I assume it's after school now. So I don't know.
They put every rose petal down one by one by one to get perfect placement.
Yes. Is that what they glued them? They're like, is this where we want it? Okay, put it there. Grace says she needed Maya, but Maya says they're doing a whole series about how beautiful death can be.
Oh, God.
But Grace doesn't agree. Death isn't beautiful. It's final. Saad is like, don't yell at her. As Grace starts having a coughing fit.
Well, as Grace is like, but who the hell are you?
Right? Who the fuck are you? This character that we have never seen before.
Oh my
She's
God.
Like, I've been around for 3 seasons at least, if not 4, based on the original Degrassi. Who the fuck are you, sir? And then finally, Miss Grell, a teacher, comes out and is like, huh? What's happening? Durr.
She's as useless as every teacher on this show. Why'd they even have her come out? Like,
what's happening? What's
that was
going
so
on?
Pointless. The teacher was popping out for a cigarette break real quick. And
Right?
she's like, what
She
the
sure
fuck?
was. What are you kids doing out here on my smoke step? Stoop? Not step. Stoop.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jonah tries to comfort Grace by saying that Maya didn't know the situation and that Grace is not dying. But Grace admits that she's barely living as she takes a hit of that sweet, sweet inhaler.
So it's interesting to me that Grace can joke about dying, but Maya can't, like, do this photo shoot. Like, even though Maya isn't dying, like, she's experienced a lot of death. I don't know, like, I kind of feel like she should be able to handle it, but
I don't know. I think it's like the same thing. This idea that, I mean, she's so young. And I probably made dead mom jokes when I was really young.
Yeah.
But like if somebody else did it or made like a your mom joke, it like triggered me.
yeah.
Because I just want to say that she's young. That's, I guess, I don't want to give her the idea that she's a fully formed adult because she's not. It's weird. It seems weird to watch it, but yeah,
If Grace didn't joke about it all the time, I wouldn't even thought about it.
I know.
I was just like, she's joked about it like 12 times this episode.
She sure has.
Whatever.
She sure
Moving
has. It's the next morning, and Rasha is waiting for Zoe in her presidential suite.
This day is finally over.
It's finally fucking over.
Right, sorry.
No. But so Rasha apologizes for screwing up their date, but Zoe's like, why didn't you just text me? I waited for you. That's like what's super fucked up about it. Like, how long was Zoe at the movie theater to watch Sing Along High School Musical, and Rasha just never fucking showed up?
How long was Rasha squatting is my question.
Her knees are fucked. She has arthritis now. Rasha's embarrassed, and she thinks that she should just forget about dating her because she's too complicated for Zoe. She thinks Zoe could get any girl because she's fearless. And Zoe is like, I was afraid to ask you out, and you escaped war.
Right.
So I think you're fearless.
Like, I'm just a spoiled Canadian chick
Who right?
can't even ask a girl out. Come
Right?
on.
Anyways, they're both overcome with all the compliments, and Rasha kisses Zoe because she was tired of being afraid. So now, Zoe takes Rasha into what I assumed was an even deeper part of the student council
The
office.
student council.
Yes. As she had...
This is for the super private,
That's-
exclusive student council meetings that are super secret.
I
like,
thought they were just in the student council office, and then she was like,
Yeah.
let me take you to my presidential office. I think
sweet, my presidential
That's
suite.
what I assumed was happening. That's what I assumed, because she was like, we're gonna fucking make out, get the fuck into this room. So they're in this new super secret student council room that I assume is her presidential office, And she admits that she's wanted to kiss her all of last night. Yeah. Rasha is like, okay, maybe we can make this work. And they kiss again.
Degrassi, I was angry.
Degrassi. But then, I need to back away from the microphone because I'm so upset. Then, Zoe's mom is just there.
She's in the room.
How the fuck did she get there?
She beat Zoe to that super secret room.
She did. I'm like, what the how the fuck did she get there? Because unless Zoe was like, oh, if we're gonna kiss, we need to go into the hallway where more people can see us kiss. Like, what? I thought she was like, we're going one step further into the depths of the student council lounge where we are more private and Goldie will never find us.
Into the dick down dungeon of Degrassi.
Zoe took Rasha to the dick me down dungeon of the student council office. And for some reason, Zoe's mom was already there, ready to be dick down, Zoe's books in hand.
No, I hated it. I was just like, what is happening right now?
So many caps on my notes. I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand how this school is set up.
It just had to happen. They just had to make it happen somehow.
They had to make it happen. If they had just stayed in that one office and then the mom had walked in, I'm taking a nap right. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do about this because it was so. Or was her mom just like? No, there is literally no reason.
There has to be some like tunnel entrance that the mom knew about. She's like, I gotta beat her there.
Apparently.
I gotta make sure she gets those books.
She dropped Zoe off, realized her books were still there, parked her car. Zoe dawdled around. She got into the office, was like, oh, there's no comfortable sitting place, even though there's desks and chairs everywhere. I'm going to go into the deeper depths of the fucking dick me down dungeon of the student council office, and I'm just going to wait.
Yeah.
And then I watched my daughter kiss another woman. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Mrs. Rivas saw Zoe kiss a woman, and she had no idea that her daughter was gay. Mrs. Rivas looks pissed, and Zoe looks terrified.
She stares them down.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
She couldn't be looking at Rasha more as if she, like, caught her daughter being impregnated. Like, she's just like, get the fuck off my virgin daughter. Oh, my God. Hunter tells Yael that they hired Lola back, but Yael says that doesn't fix anything between the two of them. Hunter shows Yael, and get ready, I googled this, I needed to know what the fuck this was called. I've never heard the proper term for what he's showing her.
Yeah.
Hunter shows Yael a snake escape flowchart.
What?
Snake escape flowchart. Google it. Our listeners at home are very excited to know that what he shows her is a snake escape flowchart.
What is the difference between a snake escape flowchart and a regular flowchart?
You know what? When I Googled it, like I asked a lot of weird questions to try and figure out what it was called. And the thing that said snake escape flowchart, I tried to see, like, I was like, is this just a flowchart about how snakes escape something? But no, I don't believe so. The thing that first came up with snake escape flowchart was not about snakes. So it makes sense. It makes sense if you think about it. Like, snake.
Like, because it loops around into, like, one
loop. Like, you've got a cage, and the snake's going to escape to either side, and there's a flowchart. It makes sense. Right. I've just never heard the term before, but I was like, I must know.
Yeah.
So he shows her this snake escape flowchart of what he has learned about what to do if he does something dumb. All of the questions can be answered by either telling Yael or being an idiot. Obviously, no matter what, he should tell Yael.
I gotta show you what I've learned. Through this flowchart on
a snake
PowerPoint.
escape. A snake escape flowchart, Jesse. Please don't come for me. Snake escape flowchart.
Okay, Hunter. Whatever.
So, Yael tells him that she's not jealous of Lola because she knows he has better taste than that.
Oh, poor Lola.
Yeah, okay, all right. She's upset because they used to be best friends and tell each other everything, and now she feels like she's being left out because they're boyfriend and girlfriend. They used to joke about boners all the time because they are objectively funny.
I mean, she was down to measure his dick like 2 weeks ago, so I think she's okay with boner talk.
She's ride or die. He told Baz his secret when I guess he doesn't even really like him.
I mean,
I know. That's what I think she's insinuating, but being like, you told Baz, you didn't tell me. But she doesn't want to be shut out because they're dating. He wants to know if he promises to keep her in the loop, does that make them all good? But Yael still isn't sure. But they can at least agree that boners are funny.
Yep. At least we can agree on that.
Thank fucking God. Grace walks in again to play rehearsal. I don't know if it's the middle of the day or what, but she walks in on Mile and Jonah still talking about the goddamn lighting of this bus crash play.
This is very important.
Yeah. Miles wants to shine a light directly into the audience's eyes, like it's the end of the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Like I feel like the audience would be like, "Oh God."
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I'm like, nobody likes that. That doesn't sound fun. But Grace has an idea that's better than all of their ideas. Light Coma Boy from below to create a campfire scary story look because he is a scary story. Dun dun dun.
All right, can I just say they're rude as fuck. First, they called Tristan Coma Boy.
No,
they don't
Coma
even
Boy.
give him a name. He's Coma Boy. Now they're calling him a scary story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Tristan.
Well, all I'm saying is that only somebody who was actually dying would know this. What that led me to is, why isn't Grace playing Coma Boy?
Oh, yeah. Probably because she can't act.
She could, I mean, I know there's lines, but she can't lay there. What are you talking about? She can't act.
Yeah, I guess.
Anywho.
But yeah, I love how Miles, like, immediately picks... He's like, oh, because he is the scary story. Like,
Duh.
I don't think Miles would have, like, got that. I think she would have had to explain.
I don't know. Anyways, Miles asks, what would they do without her? And she's like, Phil, hysterically. He's gonna go get some gels to test that out.
He is suddenly a lighting expert.
Yeah,
He's never done theater before, but he's like, I'm gonna grab some gels. Like,
no, but even that doesn't make sense because gels are like the different color things you can put in front of the lights to make them different colors. But like, I think he was just gonna light under the bed. Like, what? Shouldn't he just be like, cool, let me put a light under this bed to make sure it looks right?
Know.
But it doesn't. Him getting gels doesn't make any sense to me.
So he's not a lighting expert, actually.
No, he's definitely not. He's fucking stupid. Jonah compliments her idea, and she's awkwardly like, whatever. But says they should go golfing again sometime soon. Jonah is down, because, like, she's dying, so he better get his time in now.
His Grace time.
Yep. But Grace reveals that the clock isn't running out as fast as she thought. She's gonna go get on the transplant list, even though it might take a while to get approved. But Jonah says that when it's time, he'll be there. Grace, awkward again, tells him to shut up.
She likes him.
That's what I'm saying. It certainly seems like this is like sexual tension.
Yes. At least on her part.
Yes. It feels sexy to me. So she may be dying.
Frankie was right to be cautious all along.
Low key, maybe a little bit.
Maybe Jonah was gaslighting her even further than we thought.
Maybe. Jonah scampers off to see what loud crashing noise Miles just made in the back as Grace gets a text from Maya with a half-hearted apology and an attachment with all of the weird death pictures she posed for. Grace isn't into it, though. She blocks Maya's number.
Bye, bitch.
Bye.
So, I mean, I'm just glad she didn't send her those hospital pics because...
Oh, my God.
Those were... I mean, these were bad, but those were... Holy shit.
Yeah, and these just they don't look good.
Just dumb. But I mean, all of them look dumb. Like, she thinks that she is really doing something here, but no, you are embarrassing yourself.
I said, No themes, just schemes. And I gave it 4 chef's kisses.
Me too.
Out of 5.
I gave it 4 too.
God.
However, 4 plot holes, 0 out of 5. Oh my God.
So many plot holes.
Like,
I can't.
If it wasn't for like the good story aspect, it would have been much lower.
No, yeah.
Because holy
like,
shit.
There was definitely a lot of like really good forwarding of storylines. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just like plot holes galore.
Yeah.
And also, nobody that writes these episodes watches the other episodes.
Right.
And I'm upset.
Pretty solid episode otherwise. Like, you know, Grace's acting, meh, but like I felt for her. Like I definitely it was sad. You know, Zoe and Rasha getting caught. Weird, but you know, that's gonna be a whole thing. Like next episode, I bet we're gonna have a whole thing with her mom. We do not know
We don't.
if Yael will take Hunter back, but she'll
think about
definitely
it.
joke about boners.
But boners, always okay.
If he gets a boner, she needs to text him or text her immediately.
I can't wait. I can't wait for future boner texts.
All right, so what are we talking about next week?
We're going to be talking about Season 3, Episode 8, hashtag I regret nothing.
All right, we'll figure out what that is.
Yep.
So, do you have any social media to plug?
I do. Mostly my TikTok, that is at Carly Jo Geer, CarlyJogeer. One of my posts has like over 100 likes so far. So of people I don't know, really. You know, like there's like a handful of people I do know, but mostly people I don't know. So I'm basically famous. Trying to be up on the TikTok with the Gen Z, joining the Zoomers. So I think those TikToks are going on then Instagram at Carly Jo Geer, as well as Twitter at Carly Jo Geer. So those are my main things.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Jessay, which is Jessay, or Instagram at Monday Night Raw, which is RAWR. All right, and you can follow us at A Social Disease across social media platforms.
Woo!
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys. This one's a long one.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Carly is exhausted.
I am. I'm ready to go to bed.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And once again, we're your hosts, Jessie Mack.
And Carly Jo Geer.
And this has been a Social Disease podcast.
Thanks for listening.